Good Monday morning. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for another Monday morning coffee live stream where I sit here enjoying a cup of coffee. Maybe you're enjoying a cup of coffee or tea. I'm not too particular. And we're going to tie some flies. Good morning, James. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Always appreciated. It's a good way to start out a week. Doing something repetitive, routine, that's a good, healthy habit, hobby, whatever you want to call it. Um, but this is what we do. At least this is what I do. And I just like to share what I'm doing with everybody as we do it. And I do this every week. Try to pull up my own live stream. Nope, that's history. I need to go to my channel. So I woke up this morning and my little iPod was on the fritz. It was like, I don't recognize myself. And it wanted to restart, reset, and it's asking for. Oh, I guess I never did change that cover photo. Uh-oh. This is last week's fly. So if you were expecting last week's fly, you're going to have to catch out or check out last week's video. I forgot to update the title screen, whatever you want to call that, but that's up and running. Anyways, it was looking and asking for Apple ID passwords and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what that stuff is anymore. But we got it up and running, and I got a couple of ideas for this morning. I've done some brainstorming, some thinking, etc., etc. I've already had a cup of coffee, and we're on to number 2. So let's go ahead and tie some flies. We'll switch to the bench side camera. Let there be light, and let's have some fun. There's the bites. So I still haven't yet figured out how to sync up my audio of my face camera, as I like to have it labeled, the face camera. All right, so where did I set those? Here we go. We're just gonna send it this morning. Like I said, I had an idea as I was sitting here this morning, drinking my first cup of coffee, and who wants to take a guess? What size of hook are we working with there? Any guessers? We know it's a jig hook. But what size are we working with? I am keeping it pretty big right now. We're not going too tiny. It's in the double digits. It is a size 10. Size 10 jig hook. And let's see, what did I want next? I wanted my thread. I think this will work. This is, you know what, we're going to keep it like this. A 70 denier flat wax thread. And we're going to tie this kind of like a, okay. My iPod just had to tell me that it hasn't been updated. It's like, duh. We'll start with our thread. It's always a good place to start. What? I made a fatal error. I moved my coffee mug to where my trash can goes because I moved my trash can to get into a drawer. And I just about put that little scrap piece of tag-in thread into the trash can. So we're going to just do a small little head up front. Doesn't need to be too nanas. It's going to be interesting. My hackle here, super simple. It's just a brown, or I think it looks pretty natural, actually. A little hen hackle. That's what I got. It definitely has some good. I like the sheen on it. It does have a little bit of reflectance. Reflectance? I don't know. Alright, so we'll clear the junk off the bottom. We're going to tie it in by the tip. That looks good right about there. And just trim off the excess. Take a sip of coffee because that was a job well done. I think that's kind of my thing, is a sip of coffee for a job well done. Alright, synchronize your watches up. I know it's early, it's Monday morning, but it is indeed hackle time. Let's go ahead and encourage those guys to fold their way forward. And we'll take a couple reps towards the rear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe one more. Don't have to get too particular with it. We're tying flies. Watch this. All that can go up front now. All right. So behind that is our hidden jig hook. So my intention with this is in the shallows, really, and I really want to be able to get this in, a small body of moving water, and where the water's pretty shallow, but I know the fish are holding at the bottom. I want to really get this in there, and we're going to drag it. We're going to let it drop all the way to the bottom, and normally we want to keep our fly as close to the surface, but that's not what we're doing with this bad boy. All right, here we go. Let's fire it up a notch. I believe this is what they call a D rib. We're going to see if we can't get a little closer on that D rib, because it is shaped like the letter D. I guess if we were going to call it a D rib, would have to. Here we go. Brought to you by the letter D. So let's tie this D rib in, and I want my D rib to be flat side at the bottom. So we're gonna actually, what I want to do. So I'm just going to give the tip of this just a little bit of a trim, just so it's not a giant block. Alright, and as we get it on there, we're going to start giving it a stretch. We're going to tie this in towards the rear. Watch the hook, Ron. I think that's going to be us right there. But before I go too far, hey, we got Steve is in the house. Good morning, Steve. Thanks for tuning in as per the usual. All right, I got a little crystal flash, a little red crystal flash. Oh, and for those of you who were tuned in on Wednesday for my Wednesday night live stream, we got the flashlight battery recharged and replaced. A little bit of red. We're going to take one strand, tie it in, and we're going to fold it over. And we're going to have these two strands hanging out in the back. We'll trim them off here in a minute. I just want to see what they look like after the fact. All right. We're going to go ahead and wind. I'm going to trim this, cut this into a smaller piece. I usually hold off on trimming a lot of this material down into workable sections until a little after the fact, but I don't need a mile of this D-rib hanging out all by itself. Let's go ahead and run this forward. Ooh, and I got a little bit of the red crystal flash showing underneath these first couple of wraps. So we're going to have some color underneath, and then it's going to switch to neutral, maybe just the green. I think that's it. One more. And I really wasn't giving that too much of a stretch as I wrapped forward on this. Kind of kept that pretty uniform, and I kind of think I like that. Maybe a little red underneath. What else would look good underneath there? Alright, and then let's go just a little bit shorter, just a tick shorter on that tail. A little split tail. And I was thinking of dubbing. I was looking at dubbing earlier, and let's go. I kind of like the look of that. That looks interesting, and it hasn't been opened yet, so we're going to crack this bad boy open. Got to put the drawer back. Here we go. All right, this stuff cost a whole $1 and a nickel. So what do we got here? This is a Rabbit Bright. We like the Rabbit Bright. There we go. Ditch that, and we're going to go with some red Rabbit Bright, which is a all-natural rabbit and Flashaboo dubbing. It's going to be pretty neat. And the thread's waxed, so I'm not going to add any more wax for a little dubbing collar. I've got some confidence in this. So, I got an idea for the next batch. Let's finish this off right here. So the next time we're going to do this, we're going to actually do the dubbing before we do the D-rib. We might space that out just a little bit. But surprise, this is on a jig hook. So this is going to get some interesting action in the water, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Boy, I tell you what, you know who's really on the ball on the world of the internet? Spammers. These guys or gals must never take a day off, because the way that I know that my videos have finished processing, because they upload automatically, but they say they have to upload and wait and this and that. But my gosh, the spammers instantly, it's the dating sites, hit the comment section on my videos the instant they get released. So I don't know, man. It's a full-time hustle, I guess. All right, so let's try another one. Maybe we won't even bother with the crystal flash on the back. We might. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll give it another try. Let's set this bad boy off to the side. Oh, I need a cork to put it in. Let's load them up like this. That one's pretty well loaded. There we go. On a jig hook, so I don't know. Let's try it again. Take two. I like that rabbit bright underneath. I like our hackle up front. There's a lot that I like about this. It definitely has a few things going on with it. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, once again, the hook, we're getting jiggy with it. But it's a little bit bigger. It's a size 10. You know, this isn't your small fly, but you know, around here for me, I'm actually chasing bass with these. I'm chasing sunnies with these. I'm not going for the little mountain trout. This is central Minnesota tenkara style. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm having a wonderful morning, and I hope you are too. And I appreciate y'all for joining me while we tie some flies. Alright, let's go ahead, level that out. So we got our size 10 hook. We're playing with a 70 denier. 200 yards. I mean, that's back and forth on a football field, right? So here we are, man. December 7th. A day that will remain in infamy for the United States. For in 1941, the Empire of Japan intentionally and deliberately attacked Pearl Harbor. Crazy times. Crazy times. Let's do another hackle. I got this pretty, I think this is pretty natural. I think it's a natural hen. Just because you can still see the sheen on it. Let's find ourselves one of these. That'll work. You'll be our friend. Let's go ahead and clear off the base. Even though we're not going all the way down there, we're gonna tie it in right about there. That looks good. And I'm keeping this just behind the head, or the bend of the jig. Alright. We are there. Let's go ahead and fold that forward. Here we go. There we go, we're doing good. Let's do one more. Go ahead and give this a trim. See you later, alligator. Got an idea. We're gonna try something next after this one. Oh, I like that head. I like that hackle. Alright, we're gonna do our little ribbing. And what do you think? Did we like the... You know, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna add the tail. Not again. Not again. Gonna trim that off at a little bit. Any kind of angle. Anything is better than nothing. And I got the hump side turned in. And once I got a bite on it, then I can start giving it a little bit of a stretch. All the way down to the rear. Alright, so this time we were going to add in our dubbing right away. So let's go ahead and bring that back. And we're going to do a little touch of dub. A little touch of dub. And here we go. We're doing that. I cannot pronounce whatever. Boy, if you are dyslexic as I am, ice is on... man, I tell you what. If you can pronounce that flawlessly the first time, good on you. Wow. And that's basically, it's that type of insect. I know that. I know that when I see that word, I know it's an insect. Isachia. I wonder... I wonder if the Google will pronounce that for us. me see if I can hear it. Isonychia. 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 That's how it's said. Isonychia. Alright. We'll go with that. Isonychia. Make sure I close that right tab. Alright. Isonychia. Learn something every day. Good thing it's Monday. Gotta start off on the week early on our Isonychia. Alright, this time I am going to add just a little touch of wax because we're going to go a little bit further on this. So a little dab of wax on the line. So, since I got the two of us, because I know one of them, I always look and see what on the side it says there's 3 of us watching. I know I'm one of them. And we got Steve and James, I'm presuming, unless somebody else jumps on. So my wife has gotten into pottery, right? Turning clay and this and that, making bowls and cups and mugs and plates and vases and stuff on the wheel and junk like that. Well, in addition to the wheel, there's the hand building stuff, right? And I'm trying to rack my brain around some ideas that I can say, hey, lovely wife of mine, can you please fabricate this for me for my fly tying bench? And I'm thinking scissor rest, I'm thinking all sorts of things, but I don't know. What would you think that could be made? And I'm going to bulk up just a little bit up here. What could we make out of clay that would be a fun little thing for a bench? I'm thinking a little thing to stick your a whip finish, an actual whip finish tool holder, whip finish holder, maybe of sorts. I don't know. We're trying to come up with, we're brainstorming, and we're not this adventure that she's in. She's not in this to make money. It's not a money-making operation. We're not starting an Etsy shop or anything like that. But we are having a lot of fun with it. And I will say my clay skills is really close to my fishing skills. Not my tying skills, but my actual fishing skills. Because my actual fishing skills, some might say, are I'm better at tying flies than I am at using them. I'll tell you that for free. Tool holder shaped as a yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some sort of tool holders. I want to go with a contrasting color on the back there. But I tell you what, when you're playing around on a wheel, playing with clay and pottery, throwing clay, centering. It's all about centering your clay. That's where I'm at. That's not quite enough. Let's try our other. Because I do want to pick some of that out. Maybe right here we should throw I don't know if I want to just continue with the same. I kind of want to do a little collar. I think I should probably just go with a peacock herl. Peacock herl. We're missing a drawer. Where'd that drawer go? Ah, it's at my feet. My herl drawer. I'm gonna get this cleared out. I'm gonna throw a couple peacock curls. 1, 2 tray. That'll be all right. What's this guy hanging out for still? All right. And how I like to do my peacock curl is twist it. And I wanted to get this all on here before I went bananas picking out the oh, what do you call that? The body. And this is all behind the hackle, but still up on the bend. What do we think? I think this one will work. All right. Bada boom, bada bing. It is a thing. You know, I really don't know why we don't tie more of these on jig hooks. I mean, to me, it only makes sense. Here we go. I mean, it's essentially the same materials. I really like that body. I like the rib. Maybe we'll go a little bit tighter on the rib, and we'll spend a little bit more time picking it out, or we'll space it out a little bit more. I don't know. But I did want to try one more thing on this before I try another one of those. I kind of saw something, and I wanted to, we just got to do, me, keep it simple. Keep it simple. How much simpler can it get than thread, hook, and feather? We'll keep it as simple as that. Alright, we're going to leave that. We're going to pull it back just a little bit. Let's go right there. Alright. How about a chartreuse body? Yeah, we could probably find a chartreuse stub there. I reckon we can. Alright, I'm going for a nice big one. Strip all this junk off. And let's tie this in. We're not going to be too particular. We're not going to get too picky here. But we are going to start off relatively small. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to ding our hackle time bell. And we're going to give this... And... You know, how do we think about that? I mean, it's kind of a freak, I think. I mean, that you can't tell me that's not going to fish well, right? I mean, I'm going to throw it in the box and see what happens, but I think that just might fish. I mean, I feel like I've tied enough beautiful flies to... I mean, this is going to get wet, and this is just going to swim. Let's... Wow. Maybe a dry fly hackle, huh? Do I have any black? You know, I got this, got a whiting bronze. What if we do the body, we'll space out the black hackle a little bit more, we'll tie this in, and then we can run this hackle through that hackle. Huh. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. We found the deep end. At least we're swimming in the pool, ladies and gentlemen. This is what, for me, this is what it's about. You know, it's not... I don't think it's so much replicating what we see out of the books anymore. I don't think... It no longer pleases me. As far as things to do and stuff, I mean... I don't know. Alright, so before I work up front, I'm going to go all the way back and tie in this dry fly hackle. Let's go right about there. Well, I'll tell you what, guys and gals. I mean, if you want to watch something that's, a million YouTube videos already exist of, then go for it. You can watch it. I'm not going to stop anybody from that. Now, what feather do we want to go with here? Alright, so here's my little tip and trick. Some of you guys may or may not know this, but my little, it's got this thing on here so you can keep it permanently attached to your bench or to your stem. But I glued a magnet on the back, and that way I can move this around, keep it handy. And I find that it's actually best to measure the feather, especially when you're dinking around with these expensive packs. Me, $35 for a pack of feathers is expensive for the bronze. And I believe I probably picked this up on sale somewhere too. The fly angler. No, I think I probably paid full price for this at one point. But anyways, let's see here. How do we want to tie this in? So this is going to work its way forward. Let's tie it in by the tip. Tie it in by the tip this way. And then we'll work it forward. Or do you think I should go with I think I should maybe go with a smaller hackle. I don't know. We'll just send it like it is. We already got the feather tied in there. We'll grab our black hen hackle. This is going to go up front. This is going to be a double hackle time. Holy smokes. It's going to be a double hackle time. What? All right. Here we go, into the deep end. Morning, Sam. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Taking a pause for the cause, I see, on break. All right. I'm going to run my thread back just to secure this at the rear. I'll run the black thread forward before I run this yellow hackle over top. Come on. We never said it was going to be pretty. Oh, Aaron, mind the tip of the hook. Mind the tip of the hook. We know the power of that, as we have experienced its wrath before. I've never done that. I've never have breaking material off of the tip of the hook ever today. Today. Oh, that's the grand scheme of things. All right. Couple of turns locking you down. One more. All right. We're going to work our thread forward. All right, let's give this. You guys are gonna start wondering what I put in my coffee. Nothing. Oh, what can I say? All right, I guess it's lots of hackle times going on in this bell. All right, let's see what happens here. La da da da. We'll work our way through. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try this again. I don't know. It's not nothing. And then maybe we can end with just a buttload of wraps of this right at the. Maybe not. Alright, I want to set you there. Oh, I can't. Alright, we're gonna take our thread there tight. I'm two-handing this. Oh, let's get a half hitch on there. Oh, let's get a half hitch on there. Here we go, this will do it. I'm gonna do this hackle all the way up to the eye. And I know if I don't throw a half hitch on there, I'm gonna lose it. I think that's it right there. It's definitely not what I was expecting. But nonetheless, it's what we got. It's not the prettiest. That thread just keeps snapping. I think it catches a bite of something on there. So yeah, that's. I do like that though. I mean, it's not winning any beauty contest. We got a little hokey pokey up here. Let's see if we can't carefully pick some of that out, maybe. Oh no, faux show. I'm not, like I said, my My days of fussing over pretty flies is over. We're done with that. What's the point? I think if your flies are structurally sound, somewhat proportionate, proportions is basically my only kind of thing on a hook. It should be relatively proportionate, at least to itself. But I don't know, man. I think we can do better. I think we can do. I don't know. I think we got time for one more. We still got coffee to drink. Oh yeah, we're gonna do one with a chartreuse underbelly maybe. But I like the little. All right. If I do that, tie that in, tie that in. Da-da-da-da-da. Work my way back. I'll whip finish in the back. Okay. Tying flies, I guess, could be kind of like playing chess. You got to think a couple of moves ahead before you just throw things on there. You always want to make sure your carriage comes before the horse. Exactly. All right. Yeah. Is this? Yeah. We'll start with thread up front. Just like we've been doing. Trying to think of my order of operations here. I want to tie in my feather. Oh, let's get picky here. Dang. I think this thread, I might be having technical difficulties with this thread. We'll switch that out. We'll go to the Vivus A dot. There we go. So that was a little save there. Alright, we're going to do just our front end first. We're not going to try to combine rolls. These dual rolls of these feathers is, I think, messing up the system. What if we do one more? Alright, you guys ready for this? Because I'm not. I have no idea what we're gonna do. I lost my little bit of D-rib. Because that's part of the big piece. Here it is. Alright, let's tie this in. Flat side up. And we'll give it a little bit of a stretch. Mind the tip of the hook. Alright, now this is where it's going to get a little weird. Because now we're going to tie in yeah, whatever. Feathers, feathers, man. What's the point of hoarding onto material if you're never gonna use it otherwise? Check this out. Ooh, we're gonna go for the full shabam. We're gonna tie this in right about there. Alright. So my intention is I'm going to run this hackle all the way from the rear to the front, and then I'm going to do this D-rib lace on top of that. So we're still going to get a double hackle syndrome in here. And this is going to be relatively close. Not quite touching. Take it all the way. Right there. All right. I like that. We'll save the tip of that feather. That goes in the scrap bin. Okay, so since I did my hackle this way, I want to do my ribbing opposite to counter wrap to lock that in. Now we're just, I don't know, full experimentation level. Let's see what happens. Let's run this ribbing through. Alright, well, we're doing something with it, that's for sure. And then let's throw a little bit of the dubbing on there. That'll be alright. Red collar back there, that'll be alright. I like that. I don't know, man. It's a thing. Maybe instead of the rib. I don't know. Wire or fine mono thread rib. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do one more. Because I'm going to get rid of that and add that. Or I run that hackle. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the small dry fly hackle through, and then we're going to do the black hen hackle over top. Da, 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 da. Yeah, let's give that a try. One last one, and then we're going to call it a day. We're going to call it a day after this. 'Cause I'm intrigued now. I am absolutely intrigued. Alright, hold on 1 second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Something just popped up, and we're going to take care of it. So we're going to leave it at that. Thank you all for joining me. Hope we had a good time. And be sure to join me this Monday, or not this Monday, this Wednesday, when we do our Project Healing Waters special. So, yeah, we're going to cut it off right there.